Hello and welcome game dev fans! This is part 6 of my devlog series where I show the progress of making and releasing my first commercial indie game, CubeQuest. I hope you had a nice Christmas and a great start into 2021. I sure did. After a little break over the holiday, I went straight into developing. I added more levels, more puzzles and much more. But first, let me show you something else. In the last video, I showed you how I made cutscenes for my game. Yeah, I redid them completely, but for a good reason. If I would make it like in the last video with just playing a video file, your all painting effect would not be shown in it when it's activated. And if I change something in the level, the change would not be reflected in the cutscene, so I would have to re-record it every time. So what I did was just to put the part of the hub world where the cutscenes play in a prefab and do it in-game. I just momentarily changed the camera position and voila, new and easy cutscenes. Another thing I did was to add different music to all of the levels. This is nice because first, it adds a little bit more variety, and second, it helps to give the levels more of a unique identity. In the process, I also made it so that the music fades in when you change the level. So now to the bigger and more exciting new things. For a long time, the start menu bothered me. It was just so bland and boring, so I gave it a completely overhaul. Now, grass, mushrooms and pebbles make the scenes more livelier. I added new buttons and functionalities too. You can now access the options menu I already have implemented in-game in the start menu, and you can leave the game. And buttons for my socials were of course added too. After the areas I showed you last week, I want to show you a new area today, the mountain. Here you climb on top of snowy peaks and solve puzzles that revolve around ice and pushable snowballs. When you step on ice, you start sliding in that direction and can't change it. You only stop when you hit a wall. Then you can start sliding in a new direction, so you have to plan your way over the ice to reach your destination. In the puzzles with the pushable blocks, you have to find the right order of operations for pushing the snowballs, so that you can clear the way to the goal. I really liked how this area turned out, especially with the fog and the view you have from the switch at the level end. But not only the new area starts to look great, I added more details in all existing ones. More grass, twigs, mushrooms, starfish, pebbles, etc. So now they look like a proper world and not just like a dull diorama. In the game you will find occasionally some man-made structures, like pillars, the ruins or the tower. I wanted that these have another color than natural stone. Because I like the idea that the tower was made of blackish stone, I changed all other man-made assets too. So now the world is made much more cohesive. To polish the game a bit more, I fixed some bugs or tweaked something here and there, but nothing much to show on that front. Last but not least, I finally did all the puzzles. Up to the start of chapter 3, that I planned to be roughly 60% of the game, all puzzles are in place. This shows that the game is coming together pretty nicely. If you want to stay up to date with the development or enjoy my videos, please consider subscribing and liking the video. This would help me out a lot. Thank you. Until next video, I plan to tie up loose ends and finish the first 60% of the game. Then I want to get the game to friends and family and let them playtest it. I think especially with puzzles that you created, it is difficult to see if these are hard, too easy or not understandable at all. I'm very interested how long they will take too. For the next videos I plan to release them in a 2-week rhythm, because I want to focus more on the game and I have a feeling that if I do it every week there isn't much content for the videos. And I want to start with the area in front of the tower and the bonus area. I hope I see you next time, goodbye and keep exploring!